Hello everyone, this is James the Tie Guy, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Dewback Stormtrooper. This is one of the newest Black Series offerings. It should be hitting store shelf in the upcoming weeks for a retail price, I believe, of around $59.99, similar to Luke and Rey's Landspeeder set that came out last year. Originally I wasn't going to do a video review of it because I just usually do a photo shoot with these sets, but I was really impressed, especially with the Dewback and some of the articulation features that Hasbro incorporated into him. So I wanted to show you those on video so you could see for yourself. As you can see, the set itself, just as it is, looks really good. This is just one of the many poses that I was able to get it in. We'll start with the Dewback itself. The feet, as you can see, the claws, the front claws have a really good range of motion all the way down to about midways up, and the claw on the back also has the same range, except it will go all the way up, and this extends all the way through to all 4 feet. They all have the same range of motion. And the actual legs themselves down here, starting basically at the calf region, will go all the way around 360 degrees. Same with the front. So basically what that's doing is, if you're wanting to pose him, it's not limiting to you to a pose that looks like he's just standing there. It actually would let you put his foot up to make it look like he was on a rock or some sort of outcropping, or even in motion. And his head itself, the neck part, moves from side to side and up and down to an extent. The mouth opens like that, and the tongue will go all the way from the palate of his mouth all the way up to the roof, and it will stay anywhere in between. They've done some really good sculpting on his mouth. As you can see here, the inside of it, you can see the ridges on the bottom of his mouth, and then in here on the roof of his mouth, there's the ridges that you would expect to see. The fold of skin here that most reptiles have is there, with some good sculpt work on it, and the teeth are flat like you would expect on a reptile that's an herbivore. So they really got that right, and even the eyes, they look really good. The detail on them, I'm thinking they probably use some of their new digital printing technology, because it looks too fine to be just painted on there. And then if we go back to his tail, it has a side to side range of motion, and then up and down. The Dewback himself, he's really well made. I was impressed when I picked him up as to just how heavy he was. I put him on a postal scale, and he comes in at a little over a pound, so he doesn't feel as hollow as I thought he might. This is actually one of the heavier sets. The box itself was quite a bit heavier than Rey or Luke's Landspeeder. The saddle is similar to how it is on the vintage Dewback. It's removable, and it actually is not attached whenever you take it out of the pack. There's this spot in his back where it goes, and the saddle itself has got the blanket rolled up in the back, and the saddlebags on the side, place for the rider to sit, and then a place for him to hold on to. I don't think most people, or many people, would be not displaying him with this on. So once you put it in here, it's a good secure fit. It's not going anywhere. Then if we go to the Stormtrooper, or the Sandtrooper himself, he's similar to the Sandtrooper that came out early on in the Black Series, except his pauldron is a different color instead of the orange that we typically see on a Sandtrooper, which just denotes rank. His survival backpack, it is removable. It's actually well made, and the details on it are really good, matching up to what you would expect a real Stormtrooper survival backpack to look like. His ammo pouch that goes over his shoulder here is actually attached to it. And then there's this hole in the back that the pack snaps into, and then the ammo pouch just rests on his shoulder here, and it looks like it's just attached to the trooper himself. His legs are really articulate, more so than most Black Series, and I think that's so that he can be posed and on the back of the Dewback. Easy to get a good fit on there. I mean, if you took some time, I'm sure you could really get him to look like he's sitting in a natural riding position. He comes with his prod here, so you can display it like that with him riding on it, or if he's standing next to it, he can be displayed like this, or however you want to. He is a little bit hard to get posed if he's not leaning up against something, mainly because his survival backpack is heavy, so it makes him top heavy, and just standing on his own is almost impossible. But since he's either meant to be displayed next to the creature or riding it, I don't think that's really any type of an issue that I would consider. And in addition to his prod, he comes with a DLT-19 long rifle blaster that most Sandtroopers come with. It does have a bipod on it. It's not movable. It's just there for looks mainly. But it is nice that they included the details. And then he can hold it, and either hand has a trigger finger, so he can be posed however you want with that, but it's not really something that he can hold it while he's on the back of the animal, because he has his prod in one hand and then the other hand would be on the strap. But that's pretty much it for the set. I think it's really great. I would have no problem spending the retail price on it, because I think it's going to be something that a lot of people, a lot of collectors especially, really like to have. And if someone were to get it for their kid to play with, I think it's going to hold up pretty well to that, because like I said, it is a solid set. But I appreciate you watching this video. If you could like and subscribe to my channel, it would really help out a lot. I'm trying to get this off the ground so I can show you some other reviews of Star Wars collectibles. Thanks again for watching, and may the Force be with you.